Wanna know something I find funny? I swear on my life, I see non-furries or therians bark, meow, or whatever more than actual furries and therians, which I find kind of ironic. Now, real quick, let me tell you the difference between a furry and a therian. A furry is someone that simply has an interest in anthropomorphic animals. That's it. Note, they do not think there are animals. That part is very important. Plus, it's just a hobby. And also, not all furries have fursuits, like me. It's as simple as that. Got it? Now, a therian is a person who identifies on a non-physical, spiritually, or psychological level as a non-human. However, they know they're physically human, I think. Notice the difference here. One is a hobby, one is an identity. And yes, I looked this up on Google. Honestly, I don't even know how people have these two mixed up. Because, you can just look at them and just see a very obvious difference. But if you somehow can't see the difference, here's some common traits in therians and furries. Although that doesn't mean every single furry or therian acts like this. A very common way to tell if someone's a furry is the fursuit, obviously, and they usually have a fursona. Furries also tend to walk on two legs. This will make sense in a second. Another thing is that a lot of furries are also in the art community, like a very large amount likes drawing and animations and stuff. Now, therians. Instead of having a fursona, they have a stereotype. I think that's how you say it. I don't know how to say it. They have something called shifts where they experience their animal type. These can be either mental, phantom, or sensory. I swear I know English. They often connect with nature and behave more animalistic. Therians also have something called trichophics. I'm really trying my best here. I'm sorry, therians. Where they move on all fours. And there are a whole lot more to therians. So, as you can see, therians are a bit more complicated than furries. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Now, don't ask me how therians feel this way or get to this point, because I'm a furry, not a therian. So, I'm not entirely sure how it works. So, it's best to just do your own research or just ask a therian in general. Another thing I kind of find funny about these people is that they say therians think they're animals and therians are furries, when it's technically just the other way around. It's pretty interesting to me. Now, I know I went on a bit of a side tangent, but back to my original point, non-furries and therians bark more than actual furries and therians. Now, before you start going like, oh, but Ginger, I've seen furries bark before. Shut up. Don't pull that card on me. I know, because I quite literally have proof of this. So I have a friend at my school who was also a furry. You hear that? A furry. I'm not sure if they want their name on the internet, so I'm just going to refer to them as Woofy, as that's their nickname. You've seen them on my channel at least once or twice as their object Sona Cloudy and that one purple bunny from that one animation video. But I'm just going to draw them as Cloudy since they don't really have an official persona yet. At least I don't think so. So I'm not entirely sure how it happened, but I'm assuming one of our classmates asked Woofy if their nickname was really Woofy, which they said yes to. And I'm guessing since their nickname is Woofy, the classmate must have thought that Woofy thought that they were a wolf, basically thinking that they were a therian when they were furry. So the classmates, for some reason, started asking Woofy to howl at them, most of them even howling at Woofy themselves. And me and Woofy, the actual furries in the room, were just looking at these non-furries howling at them, and we were just like, be for real. Like, I've never felt so much secondhand embarrassment in my life. Like, that's kind of cringe, and that's coming from a furry themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some furries out there who do bark or meow or whatever, but that's just a small amount in the furry community. And the ones I see doing this the most are actually therians. However, that doesn't mean every single one of them does it. Now, this made me think that the few furries people say actually do bark aren't actually furries at all. as I said, like quite literally before, some of them could just be therians. Some could be actual furries who like actually do bark or whatever. Some could just be people just messing around, both non-furries and furries themselves. Or it could just be people being weird. Don't ask me the specific percentages because I don't know. Alright, that was my first video where I kind of just talk about something. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing story time stuff because my life isn't really that interesting. But I do kind of want to make videos where I kind of just talk about stuff. But I haven't been doing that because, you know, I just suck at making animations done. But yeah, I hope you guys like me just yapping about stupid stuff. Bye.